This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile in your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and let our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Cogley. Appreciate that. Everybody, welcome to the tavern. I am Travis, and tonight's topic is going to be crime, punishment, and Hunger Games. We'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly. Do want to let you guys know it's an adult show with adult topics and humor, and if that's not your thing, see yourself out, and we'll see you again for a different broadcast. Bye! Now, my vices tonight, I have some lovely Henry McKenna bourbon with a Coke Zero on the side, and then this beautiful horn-shaped pipe, which I believe is a Savinelli. Yes, it is. With some C&D Dark Cherry Cavendish tonight. That's what I'm going to... I also have this awesome freehand in case I finish this one. I got another pipe set there. Yeah, freehand, yeah. How you doing? And, okay, now let's get you guys to introduce yourself. And while we're introducing ourselves, if chat would kindly put what your vices are tonight, we'll check back on that in a moment. Andrea?
Hi. Andrea chat here. I got tea, of course. And I have lots of little packages of M&Ms left over from Halloween.
That 5.
How about you, Ed?
I'm drinking John J. Bowman's. Good shit.
Which one?
This is just the John J.
Okay.
Bowman's. That's it. Yeah. And water, because I ran out of regular chaser, so water.
Water's probably good.
Oh,
anyway.
And these smoky little pickle hot dog things that we did, they're good.
I'm curious. I like the pickled sausage.
What's that, Travis?
Andrew, repeat yours first.
Is it like Vienna sausage?
Yeah, they're you can buy them in a pack bigger than Vienna sausage, more in a pack. Excuse me, not bigger than Vienna sausage.
They're the little smoked
that would
sausages.
Mean it's Ed, but it's a little smoky sausage, yeah.
And then he pickled them. I'd love to try those because I love both. I like pickled sausages and I like those little smokies. Hate Vienna sausage.
Yeah, you do.
Aww.
You pickle everything.
They do.
We pickle everything.
It's the German in Ed. Okay, we'll read the vices here in a moment. I do want to let everybody know that for those of you listening to this as a podcast after our recording, we record live on twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk. That's twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk pretty much every Monday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. And we have a live chat audience that we interact with. Now, for the live chat audience, I want to let you guys know we are recording a podcast, so we're not going to read every single comment. We are going to pick out the ones that amuse us the most or best fit what we're talking about. So we skip your comment. Don't take it personal. Yeah, well, I was about to say, we skip it because it's stupid. No, we usually read it because it's stupid. It's a true story. But don't take it personal. We just didn't like what you said. That's all there is to it. So. Dave says, Faithful Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. Flopsy's got a red wine. What kind of red wine you got there, Flopsy? Cranky's getting a beer. Be more specific. What kind? And Jewel, Mountain Dew, rice and egg drop soup. How does Mountain Dew?
That sounds good.
But with the Mountain Dew?
Oh, I don't drink Mountain Dew, but the egg drop soup and rice sounds lovely.
Thank you for showing us your good bits there, Ed. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
500.
And so, I don't know what was rude there, Trin. I don't know what you're talking
I don't
about.
like Mountain Dew.
Okay, so, thank you, Dave. The booty song comes on. Hey, damn it. Funk your mic. You're both behind Trin for the for the top. Yeah, Trin's been rocking it there.
That's some crap there, man. I've been in the lead for like the longest time. That's like, no.
So, yeah, and what we're talking about for everybody, up above the chat box, there are two things you can scroll left and right through. One is how many gift subs. Trin is the leader in that. And how many bits were thrown, which is essentially money. And it is set for the month, though. So this is starting 8 days ago on the 1st of March. And, yeah, Trin is just dominating it. See?
Yeah.
It's true. Dave dominated last month. I got Dave drunk on the 28th.
What?
I don't know, Dave. Dave gets around me. He gets liquored up. He gets all handsy. I have to pay him $20. But,
That's what you do.
Still cheaper than my Pornhub subscription or whatever. I don't know.
You don't have to pay for it. It's free.
Oops.
That's what she said.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Dave, you are paying me.
We need a toast.
We need a toast. Yes, let's move on to a toast. Here's to not paying for it because it's free. Here's to that shit. Hello, Gary.
Gary.
Now, let's see if Cogsley has some words of wisdom to add. Make sure I type the right command to make him give us a toast there. Real happiness doesn't come in big things, but enjoying the small things in life. Monumental tasks are made up of many small steps. Remember this, and you can find happiness constantly and always feel positive that you're making progress in life. And that's a quote from my dumbass.
Dave says we're better than cable. That's what I say about the cats.
It's true. It's true. So, did I do all the... I think I did all the disclaimers and everything. I think we're good. We read Vices, did Toast. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So, tonight's topic is crime, punishment, and Hunger Games. And this is an idea I had came up with because we're always looking to make the criminal system better, but the world's changing in very real and weird ways. And reality TV is huge, and we've all seen Cops at some point in time, or ran across it, and we've seen the,
I know the song.
Well, in Hunger Games, though it wasn't punishment, that's right, bad boys. It's, Ed and I were actually the stunt doubles for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Yeah, fun fact. So, yeah. Dave says, make waterboarding great again. What's that,
Don't
Andrew?
worry about it.
We
switched.
Oh, yeah. It depends who was feeling more flexible that day. It's honestly, I had to do most of the black man rants from Martin Lawrence. I don't know why they used a stunt double for that, but yeah. Let's move on before we get into the makeup department question. Moving on.
It's player, not the game.
That's right. $20 is $20. Maybe we should do that one Halloween, Ed.
I just want to say Tropic Thunder and Iron Man.
It's
Sorry.
We're good. Wow, look at that tip glass. That's almost overflowing. So unrelated, but I'm going to read it because of the correction here. Cranky says, wasn't Will Smith Mace Windu? Oh, Sam Jackson, sorry. Can you imagine what Mace Windu would have been like with Will Smith?
I don't know why that's funny.
Wordwin, I will get back to that comment in just a moment.
Oh, okay, here's the real funny part about that.
It's _just_a_not cheered.
Will Smith,
500.
Jedi Knight.
There we go. There we go. That's what it would be like. We'll drink to that.
They're here.
Okay. So this concept is, and Wordwin already caught on. He's already putting stuff into chat there that works perfectly. So, and we're in a bit war right now. They're going to trigger a hype train any second now.
X500.
Thank you guys.
That's an awesome figure.
For you're really close to it. Like, you're creeping up on trend there. But you do have a couple more weeks in the month, so there's always next week. Unless trend upstarts. So anyhow. Man, that thing over your shoulder, Andrea. It just every once in a while, I just look over there and it's.
Well, they can't really see it on camera.
They can see part of the face hanging out behind you.
Part of the face.
Okay, so the concept here is: what if we took reality entertainment television and mixed it with punishment for crimes? Now we could talk about whatever level of crime, anywhere from jaywalking and maybe shoplifting candy, straight up to the big ones, like murder and being a politician for a career, and decide what we need to... Criminal activity, baby. And we can decide anywhere from, and I'm going to read Wordwin's right after I finish this kind of intro bit, from being handcuffed to a chain link fence outside of a school and having kids throwing water balloons at you for something, straight up to the old gladiatorial coliseum with hungry animals. It's and we'll go back and forth, come up with some creative what?
It's poor animals.
Yeah, it could be. And Dave, I'll get to that in a moment. Let's read Wordwin's. Then I'll read Dave's, and then I'm going to give you guys the floor for a chance to throw some ideas, but I don't want to lose this in the scroll. Wordwin says, in North Carolina, there's a section of the Blue Ridge Highway with a guardrail that gets hit by lightning hundreds of times a year. My friends and I figured felony criminals could be chained to it during storms. They survive 10 storms, they're free to go. Would save oodles on the prison system. Dave says, kicking the balls on live TV, that's cable I'd pay for. Like, hard. Oh, and Wordwin answering Andrea's question of poor animals, Wordwin that says maybe change it to horny animals then. We could put them in there with no swim trunks with the dolphins, because there is recorded cases of dolphins successfully having sex with humans who are in the water. And then there are humans that try to do it on purpose.
Mermaids.
Huh?
The humans think they're mermaids.
Could be.
It's drunken sailors.
It could be. Okay. Ed, do you have any thoughts on this topic before we just go crazy on this?
Oh, let's go to Andrea, because I know she had stuff.
She made a list. That's why I started with you, so she could just take the floor and run. Do you think this is a good idea or a horrible idea?
I think it's a case-by-case basis. Well, with this, you're different ideas. Because
It's _just
in the 90s,
_a_.
I guess it was the 90s, 2000s, whatever.
200.
Charmed. They had an episode where it was like an alternate reality, and for their crimes, I'm hearing myself through your computer. For their crimes, they would have like a limb removed or something like that. I'm sorry, I just hear myself. It's so weird. But
Diggity Dave cheered. X300.
so many noises. Can't concentrate. So what if that was brought in instead of like it being on TV, like a reality thing, and them having to be punished or embarrassed on TV, because some people would do it just so that they could get the fame.
True.
Have you ever seen a little show called Jackass?
True.
That's what I was saying. Well, in this, it's more, it's not advertised when it happens, but you do see the product of it afterwards, like, stealing, they cut off a hand, or spying on somebody, or, peeping toms, they take out your eye,
Hot diggity Dave cheered. X400.
Is everybody okay with that instead? I don't.
Maybe in addition to, because maybe there's some things, for example, what crimes do you think that would fit? Are we talking?
What, the removing of stuff?
Yeah, the removing of stuff. I mean, are we talking about like public castration for a rapist, or kidney removed for a drunk driver? It's what are we looking at here?
I don't know. I just brought this up like as an alternative, but I don't know any specific, because I don't know. I don't think I can get behind either one of them, because it comes down to like the Salem witch trials, where they get accused of something and then they're publicly burned or drowned, or
they have to go full trial and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even talking about public executions, though I guess if you're throwing them in, a pit of horny dolphins, it's a little death, if they're lucky. So Wordowin says, I think loading them into trebuchets and letting grade schoolers learn about trajectory mechanics.
Oh no, there's a wall splat.
No,
wait, who are you loading? Are you loading the grade schoolers into the trebuchets, or the person that committed the crime?
And by the way, to clarify, I'm not saying let this be the trial. I'm saying they go through a full legal trial. This is the punishment, and to make the punishment fit the crime in a way that would fit on reality TV. Which, with the way reality TV is going, maybe full-on executions publicly televised.
Oh, it's easy then.
They are already in Texas.
No matter what the crime, make them watch reality TV.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I'm
sorry, you're getting another 3 episodes of Jersey Shore. Trap them in the chair.
God. Well, you mentioned, speaking of reality TV in this, you mentioned something earlier. Do you want to talk about that?
I'd love to. What was it?
Orville.
Oh, the Orville. There was an episode of Seth MacFarlane's Orville, which is a series Andrea and I really enjoyed. And they landed on a planet where everybody had a counter badge on them. And based on their interactions, everybody judged, upvoted or downvoted everybody else that they interacted with. So this kind of created good behavior and politeness and whatnot. Good service in restaurants, because you could downvote your waitress, etc. But if you got downvoted too much, then you would go and be tried on reality TV, and you went through a series of things, and people had to upvote you for you to live, otherwise you would end up eventually dying in these American Gladiator type trials. And one of the main characters was filmed dry humping a statue of one of the national heroes and ended up having this happen. Dave says, I think truly horrible people deserve to be punished, and families of those affected deserve the closure. Hold on, Kat's laying on the keyboard and typing for me.
Okay, Dave, that has a good and a negative.
It does.
Because
that's a good point.
The families that are affected, then they would then have to live with, they're the cause of this happening.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
then I would suggest when this finally does happen in 15 or 20 years, that the families of the affected get a part of the proceeds from the commercials and the ratings.
But then who's to say that people won't accuse other people just so that they can get the money?
They would, but they still got to go through the
Oh.
trial, and they already do that now.
They already do it now. Yeah, yeah. I'm in total agreement with Dave on that. I've always felt that way when it comes to murder or something like that. You know, because people are so quick. I have mixed feelings on the death penalty. I really, really do. Not to get into that. But people are just so quick. You know, they ought to kill them. I was like, then you pull the trigger. Okay, just like Andrea said, because you're the one that's got to live with that. Now, I know myself personally. You hurt a member of my family, a member of my extended family. They're probably not going to find the body, but you know,
It'll be in the back of that lady's SUV from that other episode. Man, how horrible would that be if you hated somebody enough? Somebody hurt your family, you kill one person and put them in the back of the vehicle of somebody else you hate.
No.
That would be messed up. I think everything in the legal system needs to be case by case. We can have generalized rules and whatnot, but this is why we have a judge and a jury, so everything can be case by case.
And as much as we would like the justice system to work,
I got it, yeah.
As much as we would like the justice system to work, I think there's failure in that too, because of greed, money, and things being paid off, and bullying, and all this other shit. But
there is, but I'm not necessarily wanting to run a show on the technicals of the failures of our justice system, which I think we all can nod and agree with. Yeah, it's a flawed system because it's run by people. But if the
that's
world,
why I can't.
If the
well,
world,
I was gonna say that's why.
Go on.
Sorry.
Go.
That's why I can't say I agree or disagree with any of these things.
Well,
that's all.
Can we set that aside and say, if the world turned to this, what would fit shoplifting? If somebody stole $20 worth of stuff, what kind of punishment would they get?
Why did they steal it?
Ooh.
That's something for the judge and jury to worry about. If they're convicted for it, and found guilty of it. No, actually, that's a fair question, Andrea. That's a fair question, because if they stole $20 worth of food to feed their baby versus they stole a Lego set out of the store because they wanted the collector value, yeah, maybe the first one, I don't know, you make them...
Community service.
Yeah, work at the grocery store for,
Fair enough.
Yeah, even for a fair wage, you give them a fucking job and you make sure they show up, and that's part of their... And you follow them around with a camera and you show them that, hey, they're working now, they're paying their bills, etc.
Yeah. And who knows, that can lead to them not having to steal groceries anymore. Well, I think of the episode, or not the episode, the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where he goes to the restaurant and he can't afford to pay his bill and they make him wash dishes. That's a good punishment that fit that crime.
So what about the person who steals a Lego set because they want to collect it?
I don't know. Like, I don't think they should have to have their hand cut off or anything, because...
No, I think that's extreme and not good TV.
Fill a 1 acre size building with Legos on the floor and make them have to walk back and forth in that building for 8 fucking hours.
With no shoes.
With no shoes.
Or stilts. Or a pogo stick. Or better yet, give them a pogo stick, and then when they fall...
I've never stepped on a Lego, but I hear it's like...
We could arrange that.
No.
In the apocalypse, it's what they'll use in place of caltrops. They'll just be like, Joey, give me your Legos. The bad guys are coming. They'll also pop motorcycle tires and choke small animals.
No.
Not like a fetish.
Oh, I don't know what they do.
Yeah, I went there.
So what's something you would think is feasible in the future if that's a possibility, Travis?
See, and again, I'm trying to think of something entertaining that they would want to put on reality TV. So a hit and run driver, not just being hit by a car. But we need that psychological thing, like the building full of Legos. That's reasonable. That's entertaining. Somebody's going to watch that.
What if somebody robbed a house? What would be an entertaining punishment?
Wordwin says, put him in an animal costume, throw him into a pit full of rabid furries.
Yes. Oh my God.
I think if they rob a house, maybe an American Gladiator style obstacle course that looks like House, where you got to go through a window, you got to jump over a couch, but then there's like pits behind certain couches and they have to choose the right path to get through it. Nothing that'll, like, kill them permanently, as opposed to that temporary killing we usually do. But
one is a pit of furries, one is a pit of Legos. Got it.
Then you got that one guy that's just aiming for one or the other, because either he collects Legos or collects furry bites.
Oh, well, there's another pit that's worse.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Furby pit.
Without the skin on.
Oh, God. Furbies are creepy.
They are. Pull your mic back down, Andrea. You moved it too far up. There you go. No, it's okay. Just like make sure we can hear the dulcet tones of your voice. Dave says, a haunted house where they can hit you for the person that robbed a house.
Okay.
Even if it's something like boffer weapons, which are the foam wrapped weapons with the PVC core, I realize it doesn't sound like they're going to hurt them much, but they spend a half hour being hit by boffer weapons. No, they're going to feel it.
No, it should be little old ladies in their canes.
Oh, that'd be okay too.
And their husbands yelling, "Get off my lawn!"
That's painful, damn it.
It's underscore just underscore a underscore nut cheered. X300.
The reason I say that is, Dave, I'm guessing you've never been hit with a boffer weapon. He threw 101.
Hot diggity Dave cheered. X101.
Any of 100 scenes from Mad Max have the robbers running in front, chased down by mechanized barbarians, and then tickled till they wee-wee.
Ew, I'm not cleaning that up.
I just watched all the Mad Max movies this weekend. Funny you.
Nice.
Like all 4?
I haven't watched the new one yet. I'm saving up.
Okay. Yeah, part 1, not very good. Part 2 is definitely the best of all of them, including the new one.
Is that the Thunderdome?
Thunderdome is part 3. That is like Tina Turner with an Ewok on the back of a ogre.
I like that one.
The Master Blaster. Gary says you love it. So let's see. Robbing, I think the being beaten by blunt items. What I'm looking at here, Dave, the reason I mentioned the foam weapons, the boffer weapons, is they can hurt. But maybe rattan swords, or as Andrea suggested, old ladies with their canes. Part 3 is nowhere near part 2, Gary. Beyond Thunderdome was nowhere as good as the Road Warrior.
That one.
We
could put all the criminals on an island. There can be only one.
Yeah, it's called Australia. Yeah, also Australia and Georgia, the state in the U.S. Epstein's Island. But yeah, we could, do bamboo canings by old ladies, because I think adding the old ladies into the equation make it a definite difference. Yeah, that's suddenly entertaining. Fair enough, Gary. Fair enough. It's like people that say Return of the Jedi is as good as Empire Strikes Back.
To each their own.
It depends if you like that pit full of furries or not. It's Andrea. What were you saying?
I don't know now.
It's _just_a_nut cheer.
Damn it.
X1000.
Hey, yo. Ed jumped that lead.
Are you guys having a bit more?
They are.
I'm trying to get a damn hype train going, but...
See, I'm on my phone reading comments, so I can't see what all the... I can't see it all.
Death by
What's a
Snoo.
snoo?
Well, yeah. Jewel says death by snoo snoo. Is that sinus snuff stuff?
What?
Or is that snuggling with your grandmother in a snuggie? Oh. That would be an interesting punishment. You're put in a huge snuggie with 20 smelly old ladies and they just cuddle you.
Well, I don't know what that is. Please explain. What is this snoo snoo? Yes, it may be a South Park reference, but I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Back to Jersey Shore punishment.
Why would you suggest that? That is cruel and unusual punishment.
Watch them make reality. Watch reality TV. That's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, how about somebody that does corporate white collar where they steal? What the fuck is it called?
Embezzlement.
If you do
cheered. X999.
If you do embezzlement, you then have to perform in an infomercial and sell enough to pay it all back in 1/2 hour or something like that, while being snuggled by grannies and...
What the hell? I'm just... What? Oh my...
Okay.
Death by...
I clicked on the link. Sorry.
Yeah, the link that was posted leads to a image of 3 cartoon skeletons. One looks like he has a doobie. Do they still call them doobies, or am I out of date here? A spleef.
I don't know.
Now
I just closed everything.
Sex. Okay.
Ed's gonna commit some crimes for that shit.
I can get into that, literally.
Crushed pelvises. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Let's see if I can bring up the chat again. And I've lost everything. Oh well.
So let's go through a list of crimes and throw out some suggested punishments for them. So we kind of covered shoplifting, working for the owner to repay the whatever, whether it's, restaurant or whatever. So what about speeding?
They have to live as a sloth for a year.
They have to attend a NASCAR race and be strapped to the hood of the car while it's going around the track.
Keep your mouth closed.
Yes, I'm crashed in.
Okay. Death by crash dump. Dave is like going straight to death. Can we quit aiming for death? We're looking for a punishment. Dave is just coming up with creative ways to make sure these people never breathe again.
Or speed.
In the herd, I mean, it could solve a lot of issues.
It's true. If every crime's punishment is death, yeah, there's going to be a lot less people to commit crimes down the road. No pun intended there for the speeding. Okay, how about, because, yeah, strapped to the... Crime as a crime in my book. What'd you say? Jiggle?
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking. I think they need
I'm guilty of it because I never know where to cross.
I think they need a public dance-off.
Oh, no.
On 3 separate occasions for an hour each time.
Oh, God. I'll just stay on my side of the street now.
I think maybe if you dance walk across the street in the first place, more people are likely to stop and let you cross anyway. Or else if you really want them to avoid you, just carry Windex and a newspaper, and they will stop to let you by.
Oh, God.
I don't know if this is being suggested for jaywalking, but Wordwood says, according to a study done in Japan, a diet consisting only of semen and vitamins is pretty terrible after a month or so. I think that's pretty terrible after a mouthful or so.
How would you know? Were you part of this study? Oh my goodness. Who would be part of that study?
We've got a study we'd like to do.
For
Dude, I have no idea why there's not a hype train. I'm so
Hostility
confused.
cheered. X200.
Yeah.
Maybe it has to be
How has
within a
there
certain
not
amount
been
of
a hype
time.
train?
And
But it's on there, isn't it?
Jules says jaywalking punishment is playing live action Frogger on the freeway.
I like that idea.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
That is a definite possibility. It's the cat is now massaging my leg with his claws. This is so delightful.
Oh, my goodness. What's entertainment at its finest, the cat or the Frogger?
And I am looking to see if there's...
What prompts a hype train?
Yeah, I'm looking here because I'm curious at this point.
It showed all the hype things on there.
That's just my. There's the hype train thing. Hold on a second, wait. Go find that. No, it's turned on. And I've got it set to the minimum. So it's either 4 tier 1s or 1600 bits. And yeah, I don't know why it hasn't triggered yet.
It's
a dumbass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it has to be done in a certain amount of time or whatever. You have to have 3 of these events within a 5-minute period. They can include cheers of at least 100 bits, any tier sub, and any gift sub. That's the kickoff threshold. I would say we've hit that. 3 cheers.
Time frame?
Within 5 minutes, I think we got 3 cheers of at least 100 bits. Maybe they have to be from different people, and since there's only 2 of you. Yeah.
Where's Trent at? She left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Gary says the Japanese seem to be fixated on bukkake. Sounds about right. It's true. We have a Darth Vader soap dispenser in our bathroom, and it drips after you use it, and it's white soap in there. So Darth Vader has these streams of dried white crust along his face. And Andrea and I now refer to him as Darth Bukkake.
But I cleaned his face today.
Your little black cock is dripping cream. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe. But I don't think the word. I think putting the word "little" in there makes it a oxymoron.
Oh my goodness.
Darth cum shot. Mm-hmm.
That's a different show.
Okay. Let's see. Let's come up with just one or two more with some creative. How about this? Let's come up with a punishment and find a crime if somebody's convicted of that would fit it. So what's a punishment that you two would find entertaining to watch, something you'd love to see? I'd like to see maybe a group of furries smacking the crap out of somebody with pillows. A furry pillow fight where the person would be tied up. What kind of crime would you have to commit to deserve that?
That's how porn starts.
It's now we really have an insight into what kind of porn Andrea looks for.
Let's see, what kind of crime? You know, some people pay extra for that, so I don't know.
Jules suggests animal cruelty. By the way, Gary suggests the punishment of a cage of starving rats around the entire head of the offender. What we're looking for, Gary, is something that is entertaining for a large crowd.
Not something they did on Survivor.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to read that one. We might just leave that where that is.
No, that is great. And you had to, this is why you watched it live. For the chat.
But he left out part of that. Christian.
Bail. Maybe a name, maybe a descriptor, and the thing we're about to do on the topic there. Maybe both. It's So Gary, we're not necessarily just looking for cruel and horrible ways. We're looking for ways that would be entertaining for millions of people to watch on a live stream in the future when our society turns to this sort of thing. Because we'd have to have some...
Maybe that's something he wants to watch.
He said he couldn't do it himself, so I'm guessing not.
Well,
but then again... For animal cruelty, we could also do coating them in like spray cheese and letting animals with rough tongues lick it off till they're raw.
don't do that to the cats.
Word one is returned to the trebuchet and immediately death. Along with a mob reference. What about using them to rebuild reefs? Concrete shoes and toss them into the ocean by trebuchet. So
Well, you learn about physics.
I think that's actually an entertainment death penalty. But I'm curious, what crime would that punishment fit?
I don't think it matters for him.
Could be.
You can give him a scuba oxygen tank or something.
So he has to wait till his air runs out?
Whatever. Mighty chance.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we'll just...
So, that should be the crime for being a pirate. And no rum for you.
What about a punishment of testing makeup in a laboratory situation, but the person that applies it is one of those people on Instagram that does makeup videos?
Good makeup videos or bad makeup videos?
Does it matter?
It might.
They're all bad in my book.
We've seen a few that are very entertaining.
So that would be for a fashion crime.
Crime of fashion. It's so if the fashion police catch you, you have this happen.
Yep, you get turned into the makeup on Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
So we're just gonna give badges to the crew of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and say, "Get him."
Tap into your Metro side, boys. Go ahead.
I like that show.
It's a decent show. My only problem with any of those like makeover shows is when somebody has a pretty decent style already, and they're like, "We're gonna make you totally different than what you are right now." Like, how about build on what they already have a basis on? Now, fixing the clothing for the body type, that's different. That's good stuff. Regular people who are smoking a pot apply the makeup. Or maybe preschoolers apply the makeup.
That's what I was thinking with Sharpies.
No,
all the rainbow colors of Sharpies
no,
and let
Bobby,
them go at it.
don't use the stapler to attach the color circles to the man's face.
Oh, God.
Cha-chunk. That's what Andrea does with people with masks at work.
No, people without masks.
You can... Oh, well, you're going to have to change that then, aren't you? You just like, it looks like that mask is slipping. Cha-chunk, cha-chunk. There we go. Crime for not wearing a mask. You get one stapled on. People do it in geek shows all the time where they staple dollar bills to themselves.
Why?
Sorry.
Dave says, I think there should be some sort where you're sentenced to 24 hours in the rhino cage at the zoo, with or without the rhino in it. Or do they just make you wear a horn and wander around the grassy field chewing grass?
Watch where you walk.
Is that a white rhino or a black rhino? Because that makes a difference, you know.
Oh, my God.
White rhinos aren't quite as large, from what I hear.
See, y'all thinking that. I was thinking don't step in the poo.
Mm. I don't know what kind of punishment that is. Also, we have to consider the humanity, being humane to animals also. Just throwing these people, as was pointed out earlier in the episode, just throwing these people in with a bunch of animals might be cruel to the animals. You don't want the animals to choke on a bone or something.
Oh, okay. Black rhino.
That would be the human choking on the bone. Oh, with hippos. That's terrifying. Wordowin says, have them swim in a river with caimans and hippos.
I recently watched for the 500th time Jumanji, and there's a hippo in there. He ate the guy.
It's true. People think hippos are like these, really cute, adorable water, and they're aggressive and terrifying.
Yep.
They'll eat your face, but they're cute when they do it.
It's true. They wiggle their little ears as they're chomping your ass to death.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's adorable.
Andrea, any closing thoughts on this topic?
Just don't do the crime. That's it.
Ed, any thoughts on the topic?
Like you said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Mm-hmm.
That goes hurt.
My thought is humans are lazy little bastards that just want other people to suffer for their own entertainment. And I think this type of thing could be something that comes to pass. We've seen it in things such as The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Richard Dawson. American Gladiator taking to an extreme level where they have to fight through the different gladiators with no weapons. So I think this is an actual possibility that humans have been predicting for a while because we have no faith in our own species. And I don't think that's unreasonable. There's Dave. Eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Whenever possible, waterboard them till they talk.
Whenever possible, waterboard them till they talk.
Shit, most people, you don't need a waterboard to get them to talk. You need to get one to make them shut up. For 500 years in Rome. True. Okay, so let's get a closing toast here. Here's to the hope that we get over our reality TV thing. That's what we've got Twitch for now. Please and thank you. And then let's see if Cogsley has any wise words to add to this. His bit of wisdom is, everything is changing. People are taking their comedians seriously and their politicians as a joke. Will Rogers. Drink to that too.
Well, that was ahead of its time.
Very true. I want to remind everybody that you can email us at talkofthetavernshow@gmail.com. That's talkofthetavernshow@gmail.com. You could let us know your thoughts on the topic that you hear on the podcast, or suggest topics you'd like to hear us discuss, or just send a message, a birthday wish, or whatever. So, what else we got here? I want to thank everybody who supported the channel and all the podcasts, such as Talk of the Tavern, Stealing for Survival, and Right Night, by purchasing merch, throwing bits, lots of bits tonight. Thank you guys for that. Let's drink to these guys that had fun competing with each other and supporting the channel. Thank you very much. The subs, the gift subs to people like Flopsy and whatnot that joined us tonight, the hosts, the raids, and the folks who support us on Coffee, Patreon, and PayPal every month with those subscriptions. Much appreciated, guys. Let's get some outro music, and everybody have a good night.
Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments it's every day, and steamy dreams every night.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
You know the old saying, selling like hotcakes? What does that even mean? What is a hotcake anyway? They should change it to selling like Hondas, because right now Hondas are selling faster than ever. Probably because they're so rugged, long-lasting, and fuel-efficient. And if you want one, you should get to your local Honda dealer right away. Check out the 8-passenger Pilot, or maybe the adventurous Passport. But you gotta do it fast, because Hondas are selling like, well, Hondas. New models are arriving now. Don't wait. See your local Honda dealer today.